Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to try a new format where I'm going to answer the questions you asked me here on YouTube in the comments or on my Instagram by sending me your direct messages. I have chosen some interesting questions. Some of them are about my life, some are about you and your plans for Germany. Yeah, I'm already really excited, so let's begin with question number 1. How long have you been living in Germany? I've been living in Germany since 2019, so soon it will be 4 years. Do you speak German or only English? I actually speak 3 languages. My mother tongue is Russian. Всем привет! My first foreign language is English and my second foreign language is German. I also once took an Italian language course at my university, but I don't remember anything anymore. In regards to the German language, I started learning it just 1 year before I actually moved here. So I came to Germany 4 years ago with an A2 level and now it is C1. And I have also taken some language courses at my university here, but actually what really helped me to get fluent in German is my husband, who made me talk German to him at home. So I had and have a daily speaking practice with a native speaker. That's also why I have a pretty good pronunciation in German, or at least a much better one than in English. Can you please make a room tour of your flat? I can now quickly show you some videos of my flat. I live in Stuttgart together with my husband Leo and our dog. We have 3 rooms, 1 bathroom and 1 toilet, a kitchen and another room downstairs, kind of a basement. And we also have a big garden. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see a big room tour. Can you please say again the name of the university you studied at and what the study program was called? I have several videos on my channel about my studies in Würzburg, so I don't want to go too much into detail about it now, but the university I graduated from this year is called THWS, or Technical University Würzburg-Schweinfurt, and the program I studied was International Management at the Faculty of Economics and Business Administration. How has Germany changed you? What first comes to my mind is that I have become much more patient, although Leo probably won't agree, but I believe I was much more impatient when I lived with my parents. I have also definitely become much more mature. I mean, when you move alone to another country at 18 years old, you suddenly have to do a lot of grown-up things. Because for the first half a year in Germany, I lived alone in a small apartment. I went to the university, I worked some hours per week, and for the first time in my life I had to learn how it is to have my own monthly budget and spend money in a smart way. What else? I've become more open-minded. I also smile more when I'm outside because, you know, people in Russia, where I come from, are a bit more grumpy. I think actually I will make a separate video about how Germany changed me because it's an interesting topic. What are your plans after graduation? Will you stay in Germany? My plans now are to figure out in what direction I want to work, because right now I'm trying a lot of different spheres and working on different projects. And answering your question whether I am planning to stay in Germany, in the near future, definitely yes, but I can also imagine trying to live in another country for some time. How is the healthcare system in Germany? Is it similar to the US? From my point of view, the German healthcare system is very good, but it's not perfect. Why is it so? Because if you want to see a doctor using your public health insurance, you will often have to wait 2 or even more months for your first appointment. I don't know why it is so. Maybe it's just me who always had this bad experience, but I've also heard it from my friends as well. However, if you have a private health insurance, then it will be no problem and you can get an appointment tomorrow. Speaking of positive sides of the German healthcare system, if you manage to get your appointment, then in most cases your treatment will be fully or nearly 100% covered by your health insurance. And usually doctors are also highly qualified and good. And there is also one interesting fact that really surprised me when I first came to Germany and visited a local doctor, is that when you have a cold, instead of writing you a list of medicine you have to take, the doctor will just tell you to drink some tea and sleep. That's all, just drink tea and everything will be fine. How is the dating scene in Germany? I'm planning to make a separate video about it because I have a lot I can share with you about how it is to date or to be married to a German man. And I know a lot of stories from my friends who live here as well. Write me in the comments whether this topic is interesting for you or not. But long story short, from a girl's perspective, there are a lot of handsome men here in Germany. But what you should be prepared for is that German men and women treat each other as equal partners, which is awesome. But at the same time, it can also kill this romantic aspect of dating when you as a girl expect that a guy will pay for you in a restaurant or buy you flowers. For example, I was raised in Russia, where the dating culture is completely different from the European one, and Leo and I had some challenges in the beginning of our relationship because we both had to adjust to the expectations and needs of each other. I want to study in Berlin, but I've never been there. Can you recommend Berlin for students? I've been to Berlin at least 10 times, and yes, I would say it's a great city for students. Of course, like every other city, Berlin has its pros and cons. For example, it's very diverse, big, there are many universities to choose from, it's not too expensive, it's full of artists and just creative people, and there are plenty of parties and various events you can attend. However, the distances in Berlin are much longer than in smaller towns, and for that reason you'll have to spend a lot of time traveling from point A to B. It's also not as cozy as it might be in a beautiful small, town with a historic city center. But to answer your question as whether I would recommend Berlin as your first city in Germany to study in, yes, why not? I am from India and I plan to move to Germany next year. What is it like living in Germany as a foreigner? Do you feel comfortable, and is it possible to find a job? I feel quite comfortable living in Germany as a foreigner, and I can't recall any situation when I experienced racism or anything similar to that. Of course, it greatly depends on what you do in Germany, how you behave, who you surround yourself with, and your perception of everything. But as I said, I've never had any issues connected to my nationality here. Germany is actually very diverse, and especially in larger cities, there are a lot of people who have moved here from abroad. However, it is a bit different if we are talking about a small village. For example, people there can be a bit more conservative and less open-minded. Regarding job hunting, it's challenging to give you a specific answer because on the one hand, if you are a skilled, experienced person, I'm sure it wouldn't be a problem to find a job here. On the other hand, if you come to Germany without knowing the language, without any work experience, without any unique or valuable skills to offer a company, I can't guarantee that you will be hired. But I guess that's pretty obvious. Alright, I think I've answered enough questions for today. If there is anything else you'd like to ask me, please leave your questions in the comments under this video or just send me your messages on Instagram. If you enjoyed this Q&A, please give me your thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. I post a new video every week. Thank you all for watching and see you soon in my other videos. Bye bye!